Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 5'11" headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Duper Podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, Ez McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
I'm good, my man. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well, man. Glad to be here.
Thank you for checking out the Super Duper Podcast. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials. What up, Sarah? And online at hp53productions.com for our herch additional content such as the Father Good Podcast. And I'm on Ez McMahon with the Easy Smoke and GM Podcast. I see you guys recorded this week.
We finally did. It was our
Finally
first.
made it. Everybody's on PTO.
We all good, man. First episode since March 12th. We found out. So
I got that good vacation pay. That's what's up.
But
Make sure you check out the Easy Smoke and GM Podcast wherever you listen to this podcast. Also follow us on YouTube at HP53 Productions. Again, make sure you like, subscribe. Thanks for everybody that's leaving comments. The people shout out my folks' anniversary and birthdays. Appreciate y'all for sure. So make sure you follow us on YouTube and get like wherever you hear us online on the pod, like, review, leave a wonderful comment. Tell us how great we're doing. 5 stars would be amazing. So Ez, want to jump right into it today, man. Get right to first. Have you been watching the draft this week? You watched the NBA draft?
I did watch a little bit of the draft last night.
Look at that.
I did.
Yeah. What you think of it?
I didn't know any of those players.
I didn't know that Tommy Davis. I mean, who were these dudes? It's like I just couldn't. But the thing I realize is how young the guys look, and it's just like they were probably 22, 20, 22, 21, 22 when they were
18.
drafted. But we I'm saying we were younger before they put in the one and done rule, because it was like 3. I think it was 3 years out of high school. Yeah, I think it should be 3 years out of high school, 2 or 3. Anyway,
no, 1 year out of high school.
No. But like when when Michael Jordan came into the league,
it was still
yeah. Maybe it was more lucrative to stay in college.
Actually, back then you could come whenever, because Spencer Haywood had.
You're right.
He had fought that.
I thought they instituted. They instituted the rule.
So the one and done rule, right? The one and done rule happened after what was the kid's name? I forget. That doesn't matter. But it was in the early 2000s.
Okay,
that's when that happened.
But also, and it's happening now. I think NIL is making people want to stay in college longer because they're making paper. Like if the game is to make some money, they can make a little bit more now in the league and then go. I mean, in college, then go to the league. But I think before, the only way to get a high draft stock at the time was to play well in college, because that's how people would see you. You know what I'm saying? So it had a nice minor league kind of going on its own. But it's funny, I watched it since it was on a Wednesday night, which was weird. Watched it at family night with my sisters, who are hilarious. Shout out to them, because they talking about everything but the actual draft itself. Like, what he got on? Why his hair look like that? Did mom let him outside like that? Who was that hugging him? We were doing a test of how many fathers were coming up to talk. It was actually pretty entertaining, man. But my older sister was like, because first she was like, I thought we saw this already. I was like, no, that was the NFL draft. This is the NBA draft. So that cracked her up for a little bit. She's like, that kind of sucks. The best player goes to the worst team. I was like, yeah, that's how it goes. So we were talking about it, like
that creates that helps to create parity.
Sure, we were talking about it. What if there was a way to do it where, like, you got to pick. Say every team. So the worst teams could offer you the most money, right? Because offer you a bigger, better deal, what have you. And obviously the teams that's in the lot, like later in the draft, they can't offer you as much, but you might be able to get a chance to be on a winning team, like, and having maybe the players do some selection. Like, we were actually talking through a lot of scenarios, see if they work. Because I mean, I'm with you. I think it creates parity, but those 4 years, man, of them just, because it doesn't always work out for guys who are like, good. They're good players, but they go to a team, they learn bad habits, right? They, like, depending on what the team is around them, like, the team is bad for a reason. So a lot of times, like it stay bad, and they got to leave, or
But then
people
sometimes
role
it
play.
works like Oklahoma City.
Yeah, very true. Or with the Chicago Bulls, and got a maniac like Michael Jordan. It was like, we are
Yeah.
going to be better. I don't care what happens. This is going to happen. So, and it's always cool how, like, to your point about Oklahoma City. Shout out to the champs. Just how it flips over, right? They were winning pretty
They
good.
won 24 games 3 years ago.
That's nuts, man. That happened fast too.
Yeah.
That happened
Yeah.
fast. And people are already talking dynasty, but I mean, the last 7 years, man, it's been a different champ. Something
Well,
weird
no,
happens
here's
every year.
but this team is different because
They're younger.
number one,
Yeah,
the average age is 25.4, I
yeah,
believe,
yeah, yeah.
on that team. Um, they're gonna have a max deal coming up with Shea pretty soon. Then
Not just a max deal, the super max
okay, the
deal. Like
super, yeah.
everybody getting max. Yeah, he getting that big bag.
He'll get his first, then Chet Holmgren gonna get his, and then Jalen Williams. But the good part for them is that it's spread out.
Yeah,
So they're not going to have to pay it all at one time. And then, I mean, the way that their GM, Sam Presti, did this, I mean, they've got, I think it's 14 first round picks in the next 7 years.
that's crazy. And also, I think
So they
something that's
stacked,
underrated.
he was able to stack
Yeah,
all of these first round picks. And so now you're just not going to do anything, but just basically you may lose a player, but you're going to reload with another first round pick.
and what's underrated is that, these guys, to your point, they won young, so it's like they'll just be more experienced and better next year, right? And it's like they got that feeling, because again, the parity season might be over. We have 7 years of parity, now it might be 2 or 3 years of like Oklahoma City winning a couple chips, man.
Yeah,
That'll
but
be
I just
like
hope
all that coming.
they need to get better at celebrating.
Listen, that was a little depressing, but to talk about that, the kids now don't drink as much as like older generations.
How do how do you not know how to open a champagne bottle? You 20 something years old.
And listen, they live in Oklahoma City, bro. You know what I'm saying? They play
That's
ball,
where the
they play
most
video
drinking is
games.
doing is being done.
Man, I think it's just a different type of people, man. Different type of kid nowadays. Y'all know how to party. Have you seen young people party lately? Have you seen it?
No, I
Pretty
don't part
boring.
of it. Yeah.
It's pretty boring. So it's like they ain't talking to each other.
But
They,
even when the buzzer goes off, there seemed to be no celebration from the guys on that team. It was just, hey, we did it.
Well, see, here's the thing. I think it's all. I don't say young people. I think it's an Oklahoma City Thunder thing. Because say if the Knicks won, they'll still be partying right now. You understand me? Champagne.
Yeah,
They,
yeah.
they throwing Hennessy bottles at each other. Zion Williamson probably know how to open a bottle. So
I
you know what I mean?
guarantee he
Like,
does.
man. So I think that's just an OKC. They just didn't know what to do. Like, y'all didn't practice this.
Ah,
Y'all didn't
man.
prep for this, man.
I was very disappointed in the Oklahoma City Thunder. I can't say that. Oklahoma City Thunder. It just sounds so weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the
Championship
city.
celebration, man. Extremely disappointed.
They got it. They got a trophy. It's what it is.
They
I mean,
got it.
yeah.
They're the best team in the NBA all year.
Yeah. I mean, oh yeah, from top to
All
bottom.
year.
I'm even though I think if what the hell he didn't get hurt, I they could have won, but
It would have been a game. It would have been a better game,
whatever.
like game
Yeah,
7.
but I say that to say, because when the Warriors lost and they were 73-9, that made people not care about the regular season because like they won 73 games, didn't win the championship, and so like the regular season became like this. I mean, we do we got to do
Well,
the
no,
playoffs.
it
This
matters,
team 68. Go ahead.
but you got to win that chip though.
No, I understand.
That's the key.
No, but what I'm saying is that then people just started more preparing for the playoffs and trying to make sure, like,
Oh,
win as
then
many
going for
games
the
as they could during
record.
the season. Right, right. Or not even a record, just trying to win as many games as they could. It's like that doesn't matter. Look at Golden State; they won the most games ever and
So
didn't
you
even
just
make
say
the
just
championship.
get there.
Yeah.
That
So,
makes sense.
but shout out to the NBA season.
That's where the whole load management thing comes in.
Yeah, and I think that became a problem.
That's
And see,
why a
and
lot
I
of
think
us don't like the NBA that
there were a lot
much.
of you, but I think with Oklahoma City winning, it's like okay, they were the beginning, the best team from start to finish. Maybe people take this regular season, but these Achilles injuries, man, I just wow. Well, 3 guys in the playoffs, 5 guys in the whole season, and all of them young guys. You know what I'm saying? That's
Well, we
so. I
talked
hope they,
about this on our podcast. It's
yeah.
that number 0 has something to do with it too, right?
What you mean?
Think about the guys that got Achilles injuries this playoff season.
Hmm.
Dame,
Yeah.
number 0.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum,
Number 0. Uh-oh.
number 0.
Wait, what's Tyler Halliburton's number? Is 0?
Number 0.
Stop playing. I would change my number today. Oh, you got you want a 0? Burn that.
I'm not
Burn that.
saying, I'm just saying.
Y'all going it. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, shout out to a great NBA season. Again, if you want more sports, they got the Easy Smoking GM podcast. So as I heard this question on another podcast, I think it was the Ryan Russillo podcast, and they were asking, how many of the U.S. states have you visited? Do you know?
Ooh.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't know how many, but
count them out. I count. I counted mine.
I think most of them.
Yeah. So
what do you want me to do?
let's see. Let's try. Just try to list them out. Just try to count them out. Do a quick count if you can.
All right. It's probably easier to say the ones I haven't been to.
Same here. That's how. So I ended up doing it. But how about this? I'll say mine first. Why you think of yours?
Okay.
So I looked at the list. I've been to about 32 states, and I think it has special criteria. It's not like a layover. Like you've had to be in the state, riding around, maybe had a meal or something like that. And
how long? Yeah.
what's
How long do you have to be there?
So you had to be, I think, long enough to drive through there, get out, grab something to eat.
So
a
4-hour layover.
You never left the airport, or you left? Did you leave the airport?
Did not leave the airport.
Then it don't count. You're in the airport.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been to 32 of the 50 states. I feel like I've been to Arkansas because again, a lot of when I worked in sales, I was just always, going. That's how I ended up like at Alabama, all those things. I was shocked that the number got that high. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was gonna be low 20s or something, but ended up 32. Now I will say the ones I haven't been to, Alaska, and it's like I'm probably never gonna see Alaska. If you listen to this pod, I hate being cold. So I'm never.
It's not always cold in Alaska.
Don't care. It's cold. It's cold sometimes. I'm cool. I got to live in Chicago.
It's cold sometimes. Yeah.
I'm born in this. Okay. I was born in Darkham Bain. Colorado. Going to get there. What up, Sarah? I feel like I've been past Delaware, but I couldn't think about it. I've been to Delaware, Hawaii, Idaho, Iowa, Montana, and Nebraska. Nebraska was shocking, but I guess it makes sense. North Dakota, Oklahoma. Speaking of Oklahoma, now Oregon I've never been to. I know that's like literally the top end of the country, and never been to Portland, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Utah, Washington State, West Virginia, and Wyoming. Those are states I haven't been to. So you got your list?
What if I rode a train through a state?
No, dude. What are you talking about? Absolutely. Wrote it. What? Then I guess what it is. I've been everywhere. Okay. I've been everywhere.
Because I was on a train trip that went through Utah, New Mexico, Arizona.
Now, did you get out of the train at these places?
I got out in Salt Lake City and I got out in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
So when you got out at Salt Lake City, was it to stretch your legs? Did you like go grab a meat?
We were there probably an hour each time.
I don't know. I'm gonna say no, bro. So
no,
your number,
you don't give me credit for
your
that?
number's 19.
Okay.
I got feeling your number's 12.
So Hawaii, Alaska, that's 2.
Yeah.
I haven't been to. I've never been to Montana, 3, Idaho, 4, Wyoming, 5.
Your list is like mine. You've been in Nebraska?
I've been in Nebraska.
Okay.
Utah, 6, Arizona, 7, New Mexico, 8.
You never been to Arizona? For real? Whoa. You never been to Arizona?
I've only been to Phoenix Airport. Never been to
Wow.
Arizona.
I've been to Scottsdale and Tucson.
So you messed up my count now. 8.
Sorry, my bad. I just was shocked you ever been to Arizona. All the golfing,
I've never been to Arizona.
That's crazy.
That's on a bucket list. I do want to do spring training in Arizona for baseball.
Yeah.
So what did I say? I was at 2.
I think it was like 7. I think with Arizona.
7, 8.
Okay.
9. The Dakotas 9, 10. Uh, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128 Delaware 11. I think that's it.
Wow.
Yeah,
39. Okay.
yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, man.
No, 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 no. West Virginia. I've never been to West Virginia.
Okay.
So 12. 12.
So you've been what? So you've been to Oklahoma and Portland and all that and
Yep.
Oregon? Oh, that's
Yep.
dope, man. Yeah, I do want to get that.
Yeah,
That
we
is
did we did the trip up to Oregon last year.
okay.
We did Oregon, we did Portland, and we did Seattle. That was my
I've heard
Pacific
Portland is
Northwest.
beautiful. I've heard Portland and Seattle are beautiful towns.
Uh, okay, so here's the deal with both those cities. More so Portland. Very nice towns. Very uh, get a hipster vibe to them,
Yeah.
you know. Um, but a crazy homeless population
Okay.
in both places, which is
Yeah.
very, very interesting. More so, well, Seattle is pretty interesting, but more so Portland,
Yeah.
where like they basically tell you to stay out of the downtown area in Portland because the
Because it's
homelessness is
so
so
bad.
bad
Wow.
at night. Yeah.
What was wild is parts of Arizona like that because it's so so warm, so
Yeah.
people can just like they sleep at night
Which
outside.
makes it
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I've always said here in Chicago, why wouldn't you, if you were homeless,
Well, what's the
get a,
term for home? We can't say homeless, right? Is it unhoused? Is that what
I
they
don't
say?
care what it is. It's homeless.
Un-PCS. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
whatever, man. Why don't you get a bus ticket and go to a place that's warm?
Because they homeless. What you talking about?
I'm just saying.
If they get a bus ticket, maybe they wouldn't have this
I would
problem.
rather be homeless in a warmer place than in a cold climate where it's,
Hey, you know
minus.
what? That should be a sign. Say, help me get to Phoenix.
But
Begging this, I'm trying to get to Phoenix.
Portland was wild, man. So you had all these all these homeless people
Yeah.
in downtown Portland, and one, but part of it is that um, they decriminalized drugs there.
Okay.
So
So they high
you got a
and
lot of
unhoused.
yeah.
Yeah. So you're not going back to Portland then, huh?
No, I didn't say that. I thought
Okay.
Portland's a great town. I had
Yeah.
a good time there.
Wait. So
Just
I heard. So you said they were like at night, don't go downtown. Like
they,
it's like
yeah,
Walking Dead or something. Like it's like okay,
yeah,
at night,
yeah,
stay away.
yeah.
Dang.
That's what they would try to what some people would push. Now me, I'm from Chicago,
I'm
so
going
I
downtown.
was
See,
downtown,
'cause I was
and
thinking like
I
I'll
mean
probably slide through. I just want to
the
see it. I just want to
yeah
see it for
yeah
a
I
minute.
walked
Yeah.
through. It wasn't bad. Like I said,
Yeah.
it's not like no one came out and attacked me, but
They were like, let fresh meat. Hey,
yeah,
hey.
I did see a guy.
Yeah.
Well, number one, I saw a guy get. I saw a chick getting her pipe ready.
Get her.
Her pipe ready.
Yeah, dog. I turn around. Yeah.
I did see that.
That's all I need. I'm
And
cool.
then I saw
Y'all
a
want
guy. Now he wasn't like I said. He was he was clearly homeless. Um, and in his back pocket he had a machete type knife. That I said,
mm.
ooh,
Say maybe I should have stayed in
hmm.
those.
But
That's
like I
funny.
said, nothing. It was cool. We
Yeah, you
walked
from
through.
Chicago. You
Yeah,
from
I'm from
Chicago. I got
Chicago, man. Yeah,
I
I
got
got
you, man.
this. Yeah, yeah. I've
Yeah, I
seen
mean,
worse.
yeah, that's the thing. You do in certain neighborhoods, you just like I won't. I know not to look scared. You know what I'm saying? You know how to
Yeah,
walk through
yeah,
not scared. That's
yeah.
the thing.
But Portland, like I
I
said,
get
great
you.
time. The food in Portland,
Yeah,
outstanding,
really.
outstanding.
Okay,
Like I seriously had um here's the black folk thing. I had the second best fried chicken I've ever had in my life
understand.
was in Portland, Oregon.
Understand. In
Yeah,
Portland, Oregon.
in
Wow.
Portland, Oregon. Yeah.
See, one of my bucket list things is to to watch a game in every NBA arena. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Across the country. So like Portland's definitely. I just feel like it'd be. I've heard really good things on Portland. Visit Nike Town. Would love to visit.
Yeah, yeah.
All that. Did you get a chance to visit there
Beaverton.
as well?
I didn't get to
Oh wow.
go to Beaverton, but yeah, it's nice town. I take that back. I did go to the Nike Town. That is, I don't know if it's called Nike Town, but
Out there.
The Nike store in downtown Portland.
Gotcha.
I
Gotcha.
did go there. But like I said, the campus is like 20 minutes outside of Portland.
Yeah.
The Nike campus. I didn't get a chance to go.
Okay.
But no, good. I recommend it.
That's dope. So everybody listen, man, do your own list. I'm sure you've been doing it while we've been talking. Figure out how many states you've been to. I think I asked people at work today, and somebody was like less than 12. I went less than 12. I had been to a lot, but again, I was in sales and just random trips here and there, man. It's like I was shocked by how many states I went to. I was shocked at many states that like to Delaware. I thought I would have gone there, but
Yeah,
like
I've never been to Delaware.
yeah, I've never had a chance to. But I talk about this with my sister a lot. Her and her husband, shout out to them. They just like will find a cheap ticket anywhere and just go, like for a
Here,
couple days and hang out.
I
What's up?
got one for you. Pennsylvania. I've been to Pennsylvania.
Okay, yeah, same
I've
here.
I've never been to either Philadelphia or in Pittsburgh.
Stop playing. Wow,
Yeah,
Philly's great. Philly's a great time, man.
yeah.
I love Philadelphia.
So I've been in like the rural areas
Yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
Pennsylvania, but never been to the two major cities in
Yeah. And
Pennsylvania.
that's the thing too. Like, I've been all up and down New York State, and when you hear New York, you think New York City is like, uh, uh, Albany and Troy. Shout out to Troy, New York. My dad, listen. So to get to Williams, you had to drive through Troy, New York,
Okay.
and because we black, and we were hungry. It's a 15-hour drive. It was a Popeyes on the way. So everybody looked at their watch
You went
and
to the
said,
one of the two Popeyes in New England?
and it's bussing. You understand me? Like now you talk. That's probably one of the best. I wish I could get my dad on. That's one of the best Popeyes in the world. We sitting there like, I'm looking at each other like, maybe we just hungry because it's been a long road. My dad was like, "This is the best Popeyes I've been to in my life." Yo, so the thing is this, and so in college they had a buffet, so it was like a 45 minute.
Wait. A
Yes,
Popeyes buffet?
yes, you
Okay, now
understand me?
I've been to the KFC buffet.
Popeyes buffet. So
Oh my
like
God.
it was a 45-minute ride from campus. So shout out to Nikki. What up, Nick? Love you, Nick. Shout out to my girl Nikki. She's the first one with a car. So we would, you couldn't just go every day because it's a 45-minute drive, gas, we college students.
That would be a once a month trip.
That's exactly. And so it was like we just kind of be hanging. It's like, you know what? You get that look. And you couldn't tell everybody. It was like because everybody can't go. We can't fit in the car. So it was a select group of us. It's like we got that feeling like jump in the go to the buffet. And then two people would pay, probably me and Sheezy. And then we'll just kind of slide the plates to everybody. And we eating. Went back and said, everybody must buy their own buffet. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, that was, oh God, the chicken was
Y'all
so
tried
good.
to cheat the Popeyes buffet.
We were broke college students, man.
Oh,
What are we supposed
man.
to
Y'all
do?
should be ashamed of yourselves.
Nope. I
So it
don't.
was spicy
Listen, like
on the buffet?
like for real, man.
Did they keep the buffet like
They kept it. It was unreal. It was like this is a real thing.
because
And
man,
listen, pops when they come visit, they stop. They had to go. Hey, we're stopping at the Popeyes. You need something? You want some records? Hey,
oh
we stopping
man,
this.
y'all are wild.
If you need something, man. So yeah,
The
shout out to.
is the Popeyes buffet still there?
Hey, I don't listen. I haven't been back to Williams since my 10-year
'Cause
reunion.
I've never heard of this.
Man, it was we didn't either. I looked up, I was like, does that say buffet? And it was like $7. Yeah, $7, seven something. It was not expensive for a buffet. Crazy. Crazy.
I got AI. The
Uh-oh.
last remaining Popeyes buffet is in Lafayette, Louisiana.
Wow. Now listen, you ever had Popeyes in New Orleans?
I have
good.
had Popeyes in New Orleans.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good there.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was gonna be different. It was delicious. But I
Yeah.
was trying to tell you, Popeyes in Troy, New York, off of was it Route 7? Maybe. Woo! And I mean, every time we pull past it, pops.
What town is this?
Troy, New York, man.
Troy, New York. Wait, I want to see if somebody's written about this.
Man, they probably destroyed that Popeyes. Right at Popeyes. College students didn't know how to act with the buffet.
It's the Popeyes are still there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Again, truly. And I'm a Popeyes connoisseur.
220 Hoosick Street.
Yep.
Yeah.
Man, great. It was a great Popeyes. Oh my goodness. And we made that trek. Like you said,
Yeah.
and you called it. Once a month, we would go. And
Y'all,
go
yeah.
Popeyes.
Y'all cheated the buffet, so they had to stop it.
Well, hey man. Sorry, we apologize. We were bored in college. But it was one time I never forget. It was a convocation or something, and it was Sheezy and I, our freshman year, and we had eaten all the food we bought from the grocery store. It was like, man, we bro, what we gonna do? Got to the convocation, and we looked, and it was a buffet table, just like it was pops, it was sandwiches, all kind of stuff. And we just looked at each other, went right back to the room, dumped our book bags, put everything we could in our book bags, then had a stock refrigerator. It's like, yeah, here we go. Now we feeling good, man. Hey, we just trying to live, dog. Rough out here. Rough out here, man. Young and dumb in college, man. Shout out. But listen, y'all, check out the United States, man. Go visit all the states you can. Because, my family, we always talk about we go to Tennessee. And we were roasting my dad lately because we would go straight to Bolivar, Jackson, Tennessee, and Bolivar, Tennessee, and come back. So we didn't think Tennessee was that great until, we started going to Tennessee separately. Nashville's great. Memphis is great. Knoxville's great. It's like, we like, Pop, you took us straight to Bolivar and back. We could have been going, he was like, y'all fine. Y'all would have figured it out on yourself. No, sir, you robbed me of a Tennessee trip. Go ahead.
Nashville is amazing.
Nashville, Tennessee is a blast.
Yeah.
Can't beat it, man. So shout out to my family out there, man. So as I got a couple stories before we get out of here. So number one, I know we talked about this before we got recording. So they're Needles at a French music festival. So France is why can't I say this word? France's, right? I got okay. I know I be weird.
France,
but the plural France's
French.
No. Like the possessive Francis.
Oh, Francis. Yeah, it's Francis.
Yeah. I mean, but it feels like I'm trying to say something else. But France's Interior Ministry reported that 145 people said they had been stabbed with needles at festival events across the country. So this is from the New York Times. So French officials said Sunday that 145 people across the country, including 13 in Paris, reported that they had been stabbed with needles at an annual nationwide festival on Saturday. 12 people were arrested in connection with the stabbings. While the number of victims was small compared to the millions of people who attended the festival, the reports were among a number of alarming episodes of recent years in which people have been reported being injected without their knowledge or consent in crowded spaces like clubs or bars. Wait, first, who's consenting to being injected or stabbed? I guess. Well, I'll keep going. Sorry. A British Parliament report published in 2022 that there have been a spiking in these kind of stabbing events, these needle attacks in the country from September 21 to December 22. The report, which surveyed more than 3,000 victims and witnesses, cited police data showing that about 90% of needle spiking incidents occurred during the evening in venues like pubs and nightclubs. And so this event in France is just like a public music festival where people get encouraged to perform on the streets, outside, and in big shows and concerts. Now, check this out, they interviewed this doctor, Dr. Winstock. Dr. Winstock cautioned that some of the reports in France may have resulted from panic as news reports of the stabbing spread. He's saying, until there's toxicological evidence, what the story might be is that a group of people pick up on something they heard happen to someone else, he said. Because you feel a sharp prick does not mean you have been injected with a drug. As I'm gonna tell you something, bro. If I feel a sharp prick in a public place, something bad happened. You understand? I ain't gonna just think it's nothing.
Yeah, you just ain't feeling sharp.
He sound like he might be a criminal. He look too cool about this. Like, it's nothing, as he collects bodies. Needle spiking is not the biggest threat out there. Needle spike is not the biggest threat out there, he said, noting that a far bigger threat on nights out people was being taken advantage of when drunk or on drugs. I mean, that may be true, but still, listen, people, be careful out there.
What are they?
Especially women, right?
Because what do they think they're being injected with?
Say what now?
What do they think they're being injected with?
So they didn't say. I mean, just feel like they were saying as in the story they had no data on what the injections were, but maybe the people just were getting stabbed with it, right? But it could also be like, it could be a dirty needle. Now I've got some infection in my arm,
Absolutely, yeah.
So like it could be something in it or not. Either way, it's bad because you don't know if you sticking me with the same needle that you may say you're sticking 3 or 4 people, but the first person is infected with some disease and now we all got it. You know what I mean? and especially to everybody, we say men and especially women, because depending on the venue, women are probably having legs out more, arms out more, right? Nothing to kind of protect you from a needle prick. And some guy just kind of roll up on you. It's wild outside, man. Just trying to have a good time. Like, who thinks of this? Jeez.
Sick people.
You know what I'm saying? Like, guess what we're gonna do, guys? What?
You gotta be a sick person. So, yeah, let's go. Let's go and
dude,
stab people
good
with
things
needles
in the world, man. You got Popeye buffets and everything, and you want to go out here and stick people with a needle?
Popeye's buffet.
You know what I'm saying? You got options. You got stuff you can do.
Man, let's go pop. But no, you know what? I'm gonna go to this Popeye's buffet because
hey, listen,
they do chicken right.
Popeyes could save some lives.
Wait, that's not a Popeyes.
You just messing up the branding right there.
What was
they do chicken right?
No,
That's not us.
That's not right. What's Popeye's slogan?
Love that chicken.
Love that chicken from Popeye. Yes, I love that chicken.
What chicken brand are you talking about? Shucks.
That's KFC is.
No, that's not KFC either.
Yeah, Kentucky Fried Chicken. We do chicken right.
Chicken right?
Yeah.
Man, Google that, man. I don't think that's it.
That is.
That might be churches.
Oh.
Churches. Does churches even have a tagline?
You ever had good churches?
No, listen. The last time I remember having churches, I was like a little kid.
I don't think
I ain't had a sense. It was a wing as big as my phone, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't think that's natural.
I don't think church chicken is all that good.
It's all batter, man.
KFC, we do.
I don't know about that one, dog.
Chicken right. Yes. I got the commercial right here. KFC, we do chicken right.
But what year though? What year?
From the 80s.
See, I knew. Okay. I wasn't crazy. I was like, that ain't recent.
1984, we do chicken right.
That's a pull.
You know what though? That was a great slogan. The fact that I kept it in my head all these years.
Yeah, man. But nothing beat love that chicken from Popeyes because that's legit how that goes.
Nah, because then they have brothers on there singing "Love That Chicken" from.
Well, that's what they listen because they sing because when they eating it, they man,
that ain't nah.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Remember they had Jerry Rice with the football helmet with the chicken on the football helmet on the face mask.
So here's the thing. Remember when MC Hammer was the spokesman for KFC and we killed him for it? You know what I'm saying? And he's just trying to show people the way. Branding. Now look.
It's funny. Everybody loved Hammer now. Well, there was a big uproar that Hammer wasn't involved in like the 50th anniversary of hip hop.
He should have been. I mean, people underestimate how big
what he did was. What he did. I mean, he yes, it was all commercial, but what he did took hip hop to a different level.
It did.
You can say you don't like the music and all, but he had some hits.
Listen, okay, and to your point, now when you get over it, if you went to a party at a lounge, like say we at a Williams Inn, shout out to Williams Inn, watching the game because they would play some Hammer in there, right? They play Nita Baker from time to time, and then they throw some Hammer. Somebody gonna get up and dance. You know what I mean? They gonna tear their ACL.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do if Let's Get It Started? Come on, what you gonna do?
Bro, I'm about to risk my Achilles.
Yeah, okay? That's what I'm saying.
I just am.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I mean that's the thing too. Like Hammer was right on the edge of. He's one of the last really, really great dancers. Like that was a big thing. Like Big Daddy Kane used to dance, right? And it's like people just stopped dancing because it wasn't gangster enough, which is crazy. Well, okay.
And Hammer, they say Hammer was a gangster too.
Yeah, they say you don't want no beef.
You want no smoke.
Don't let these pants and this dance fool you, dog.
No.
Don't let it fool you, fam. I think got some good dancers.
Oh man.
So next story, man. So it's also from the New York Times. So we've talked about driverless cars before. So Uber is in talks with his founder, Travis Kalanick, to fund a self-driving car debt. So now there is a show on Netflix called Super Pumped. You ever watch that on Netflix?
No.
So it's the story of Uber essentially. It's like a 7-8 episode mini series on just like the growth of Netflix, growth of Uber. I'm sorry, took it from Uber cab to to what it is now. And this guy Travis, he was one of the co-founders and then he kind of booted some guys out. But he grew Uber, right? He to what we got to know today, getting it all across the country, across the world. But they ousted him because he was wilding. He just was doing some wild stuff.
Okay.
But now they're trying to bring him back because Uber is going to purchase a driverless car company, a Chinese company called Pony, to combat with Waymo. Because have you seen these Waymos? We talked about it before. Have you seen them?
I haven't seen them yet. No.
Yeah, I saw one Scottsdale. I saw one in Atlanta as well. And would you get in the driverless car?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm pretty adventurous. You know what I'm saying? I'll try anything except cocaine. But it's like I will I'll try anything twice. And so like but like a driverless car is just like because my thing is this: things break, things malfunction. I don't want it to be on my turn that it malfunctions.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope. I trust human
Yeah.
over
Well, I mean, humans will
a
crash your car
computer.
too.
They will, but you know what? I feel more safe with the human than I do with the computer.
Okay. So Uber is
I saw that.
increasingly.
Have you seen what's the name of that show on Amazon Prime? Damn, forget the name of it. But anyway, the story is about a guy that dies, but he's able to transport his mind into like a hard drive, and so he's
Okay.
still alive in this um, sort of like afterlife.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Um,
that. Yeah, yeah. Some girl on the living side is like can
yeah,
live without them.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw some of that. I was cool.
Okay, he died in a driverless car.
So now you out, huh?
I'm out.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
bad.
let me read a bit of this. Uber is increasingly grappling with the competition from self-driving taxi services like Waymo. Uber, and it's funny how Uber is synonymous. It's like the Kleenex of rideshare, right? You want to ride, you just say Uber. Everybody knows what you mean. But Uber is in talks with Travis Kalanick. I'm saying his name wrong. The company's co-founder to help fund his acquisition of the U.S. subsidiary of a Chinese autonomous vehicle company. Two people with knowledge of the matter said the company is Pony AI, was founded in Silicon Valley, but has its main presence in China. I said like Trump, China, and has permits to operate robot taxis and trucks in the United States and China.
Upload is the name of that show, by the way. Upload.
Okay, got you. Yeah, I saw that. If the deal goes through, Travis, 48 years old, will remain at his day job because when he got kicked out of Uber, he run this company called Cloud Kitchens, which is a virtual restaurant startup. He would also work more closely with the current CEO of Uber, who took and then so here we go. So Uber's under this pressure from Waymo because Waymo, I guess, is got invested by Google. And I don't think when you watch the show, I don't want to give it too much away, but Uber tried to get into driverless cars like in 2016, 17. We tried to take a guy from Google, a lead engineer, and they came up with these driverless semi trucks, like to do deliveries. But
Okay.
Google sued them because it was like that engineer, it was proprietary information that he got from Google. Because everybody's trying to build it, it's just a matter who rolls it out first. And they banned Uber from getting into that particular space. So that's how that stopped. Yeah, so today Uber both competes and collaborates with Waymo. So in Phoenix, riders can order a Waymo car through an Uber app. In Austin, Waymo's robot taxis don the Uber logo. But Waymo also has expanded into more cities, potentially biting into Uber's business. And in San Francisco, Waymo customers are required to use the Waymo app to order rides. Because you figure like you don't want to make it that nobody can get into your car, get into your situation or use your app. So it's like y'all got to figure out a way to work together until you can figure your own thing out. So here's the thing: Pony AI has been in a precarious situation. In 2019, President Trump's first administration passed an executive order aimed at eliminating reliance on Chinese technologies in American services. So he's like, no, I can't have that. And so now, this year, the Commerce Department passed a rule that forbids autonomous vehicle software used in the United States to be operated or maintained by any Chinese entity. The department set a deadline for March 2026. So they're trying to spin that company off. And that's why this guy, Travis, the former person of Uber, is trying to acquire it because they want to have some U.S. investment in it, man. So there's a lot of stuff going on, man. You know what I mean? But I know for you, driverless vehicle.
Nah,
I mean,
I'm good.
I don't know. I mean, so let's talk it through. So the pros and cons. We talked about number one. It's not like a human can't crash your car. That
Mhm.
can happen, right? That's all possible. And true, a lot of times with even when you watch that's not a documentary, it's a show about the Uber start. They talked about the challenges of like the drivers and the safety of the riders, like drivers
Yeah.
attacking riders. So if you're in a driverless car, like, 'cause I feel like the driverless car, the biggest concern is like this is a machine that's driving me and it might crash, but you're taking
No,
out the safety, all the other things. Go
you know
ahead.
what I would worry about
What's that?
is if I'm in the car and it gets my destination messed up. If
And
I'm
you,
just driving around and I can't
he's like,
control it and it won't let me out.
Portland.
Yeah. Stop. And it won't stop. It
No,
just keeps
S.
going.
Your directions are wrong. That's actually good pull.
I'm
Good
good
call.
on that. Yeah. Yeah. No.
But I mean, I'm sure they thought of some contingency, sir, to say, I'm sure they
What if
thought,
it malfunctions and my car, for instance, I couldn't unlock my door, right?
yeah.
What if
Or the
that
Wayne
what
was
if
like, you
yeah,
stuck with me, pay
yeah.
me more, pay double,
I'm
your all fee.
I'm good.
Hey, hey man, so when I saw the Atlanta, so like I said, I saw the Scottsdale last year, I saw it in Atlanta this year. And it's like, in the street I was on, walking and seeing it, it was busy traffic, you know what I'm saying? And the way the joint count, it was stopping, waiting for the car. I was like, it's gonna crash right in front of me, but it waited for the cars to pass through, made its turn, driving just fine. The person was in the back chilling, just looking at their phone, not even concerned one bit, man.
No, I ain't the one.
I don't know, man. We'll see. I'll never say
I'm
never. Like
good.
I'm not really gonna get into, but I'm sure there's gonna be a point where I might have to get in the way mode because that's like,
You tried to give me the AI and the AI started
hey, that last discussion kind of
sending
spooked me too, bro. I was like, ooh, it's not destroying itself. It's like, nah,
sending blackmail emails because it was possible it was gonna get shut down. No, y'all crazy.
keep you a gas car and a rotary
You
phone, huh?
doggone right.
Yeah, man.
I ain't messing
Shout out to the
around.
Stone Age. Jeez. Um, but last story, we getting out of here. So I know this month is still Men's Mental Health Month, and again, I encourage you guys to, not, if you are a man, take care of yourself, your mental health, your physical health, and if you are not a man, the men in your life, encourage them to take care of themselves and check on them, because a lot of men will say they are okay and they're not okay. But this might mess up your mental health if this is an issue for you, because talk about most men will experience erectile dysfunction. Here's what to do about it. That can mess up any man's mental health. See that segue? so, so, but it's this serious stuff, because a lot of erectile dysfunction, as the article talks about, some of it is physical, a lot of it is mental. Erectile dysfunction is more common than one might think. More than half of men over 40 will experience some kind of erectile problem, and the prevalence increases with age, though men in their 20s and 30s can be affected too. Listen, now I got this. You 20 and 30 with that you got some serious health problems. I mean, because you just getting clowned on the group chat, and maybe you can't explain it. It's a health issue, ma'am. It's a health issue. I swear. She ain't trying to hear that. She cooking you in the group chat. Uh,
No, I would think 2020, man, that's early.
dude, it's early. Cooking you in the group chat.
That's mental.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, you never know.
That's
Like,
mental. That's oh my God, I can't believe I got her.
well, that might be performance anxiety. That's a little different. That might be, pop goes the weasel a little early. We talking about
Oh my
we
goodness.
talk we talking about just like uh
How did
not
we
very
get to
long.
this? How did we get to this point?
It's like what I think what erectile dysfunction is. So I mean, it's like an end game when Bruce Banner came back and he wouldn't turn to the Incredible Hulk. It was like,
Yeah.
come on, man, like that's erectile dysfunction. He's like the Hulk, it just ain't coming out. So we got to do other things. Put you in the Veronica, walk you around town. Everybody looking at you sideways. So he had to go fix himself. He had to go get better. You understand? Sarah's gonna have a good time cutting this up for real, man. Uh, So the experience can have a devastating effect on a man's well-being. That's the understatement of the year. Yet a shocking number of men don't seek help because truly, I mean, that could,
Why wouldn't you?
no, I feel like a man could be embarrassed by going to a doctor and saying I don't think my stuff works.
I wouldn't.
I'm with you. Hey,
We
listen, when
gotta
I'm
we gotta
95,
get this fixed.
listen, when I'm 95 and this happens, I'm going right to the doctor. You
Hey,
understand me?
Doc, we gotta figure this out quick.
Hey, fam, I got a hot date with a bad one. Okay, this got to work.
No, I don't think I would be embarrassed by that. No, we gotta go.
But what I've noticed too, though, all these commercials like these Rose Sparks and Hims,
Yeah.
and shout out to Eugenics, shout out to Frank. If you don't knock it down, I will. Frank Thomas.
He didn't say that.
Yeah, in so many words, he winked it. Hey guys, you don't use this. The wife won't like it, but she gonna like Frank Thomas, baby.
Eugenics. Oh, that's funny.
Frank was winking at your wife, you see, like, hey, man, this TVR. but the things I feel like some men just might, because that's when we talk about men's mental health, right? A lot of men don't even know how to share, like they got something wrong or something's happening. And so this physical thing, and people put a lot of value in their sexual life or prowess. And so like, if this is something that's not working, they like, I'll just keep it to myself or be mean or
maybe
take it
it's
out on
easy.
people.
Maybe it's easy for me to say because I haven't necessarily dealt with this, but man,
Shout out is.
I feel like it would be
ain't
very
me,
easy.
but yeah, go ahead.
I feel like it would be very easy.
Man,
I don't know.
So
I get like, man, when people talk about how, men don't go to therapy and that sort of thing.
yeah.
I see where I understand
This?
we can fix this real quick.
You like, yeah. Is it Hims? Yeah. I need a 90-day. Don't care. Thanks.
Can we get some of those blue pills, please? Yes.
Listen. Express order.
Yes. I'll pay the FedEx. It's fine.
They you see this FedEx ass, man, give my stuff, beat it, man. It's like they take it two at a time. Hey, man, relax. Making up a lost time.
Oh man.
So one industry survey suggests that just 51% of men with erectile dysfunction had discussed the issue with their doctor.
Okay.
And even fewer have spoken to their own partners about it. That gotta be a hard conversation. But I mean, let's keep it that way.
It depends on, well,
she know.
I mean, if we've been together for years and years,
that's
one thing. That shouldn't be that hard.
but again, it's like,
if it's a casual relationship, yeah, you're not.
You just be like, yeah, I ain't like that's what it was. I hated it.
Yeah.
But if it's a partner, it's like she will probably know that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that something is wrong. She just didn't tell. She couldn't tell you because she knew you probably jumped off the building. But I feel like if you say it, I'm trying to get this fixed. I don't know what's going on. A dog bit me. That's what happened. I don't know. But it's like that's an issue. But I think that also leads to just a trust thing. Like, can you trust your partner to say something like this? Because again,
if you can't, that's an issue.
That's a bad sign, right? That I can't say something's going on. Because to your point, it could be mental, it could be stressful, it really could be a health thing. Like, we'll get to that. I'll get right to it. So it's saying finding the right treatment plan, because they have a lot. This is from the New York Times, but it's like there's a growing appreciation that individuals may have different expectations for their erections, and so they're just trying to figure out whatever your expectation is. If you feel like something is wrong, just go get it checked out. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't wait. So the first thing is to consider is modifying your lifestyle. So saying obesity, smoking, alcohol, and recreational drug use are all known contributors to erectile dysfunction. Dr. Kara said a healthy diet and regular exercise can sometimes improve the strength of erections without any other intervention. And I mean, and think about it. It's just hard. It's hard to get to the gym, man. It is. But guess what? If for nothing else, fellas,
oh boy,
go to the gym. Understand? It's also important to examine psychological causes, like we talked about. like stress or depression, especially among younger men. And in one study, psychogenic dysfunction accounted for more than 85% of cases of men under 40. So you called it, Ez, right? It's like a lot of it is, stress of trying, you don't know what trauma people are dealing with, and it's like they get to a point and it's just like affects everything, and especially in their area. And so when it's time to perform, it's like nope, no can do, right? And it's all mental. But imagine the first day they get it fixed. It's like, wait a minute, I'm back, Sheila, call me back. I'm back. Sheila, I got it. I got it together.
Oh,
I'm good. Sarah is she's probably going to delete all this. This is never making Instagram. So keeping all things in mind, physicians and patients can work together to develop a treatment plan. Here are some options. So of course, we know about the oral medications, that Viagra, that Cialis, right? All these other things that you can take. Now, okay, fine. We know about the Rose Sparks. Shout out to eugenics.
Shout out to Shannon Sharp, big Rose Sparks guy.
Big Rose Sparks. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, my man, what's the dude? Big Job, Blue Chews.
Oh, Big Job, yeah, Blue Chew,
Blue Chews, man.
yeah.
So
by the way, his skits are hilarious.
Hey, that's your guy. You talk about him all the time, man.
Man, his skits. He popped the Blue Chew, and they coming out in wheelchairs, man. It's crazy.
Remember, so back then came out like some rappers ago when they were trying to like really like rappers got 2 or 3 girls out with them. They'd be popping pills to make sure they can manage the evening, host the evening well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure things went well. Jeez. So now another option. Now this is a little wild. How my mom don't hate this episode. Vacuum devices. So penile yeah, that's what I said. Penile vacuum devices, better known as penis pumps, are surprisingly effective, non-invasive option as well, particularly for men who find oral medications don't work for them.
No, so it's not that serious, Jack.
I mean, because how do you explain that? Give me like 20 minutes. And he is, what are you doing?
Isn't that what that's what Austin Powers was using, right?
I think, oh God, yeah, man. I think that'll be that. Like, I think if I'm using a vacuum, I might just hang it up. It's like, listen,
I'm
107. I lived the life.
An electric vacuum that
So let's see. The vacuums work by helping to increase blood flow to the penis to achieve an erection, which is then maintained with the aid of a constriction ring placed at the base of the penis and scrotum.
Where do you get this from?
This is in New York Times.
I can't go shop for one of these.
You mean go get these things?
I wouldn't feel comfortable shopping for that.
Let's see now hymns you can call, but I can't call them.
I need one of those vacuum things.
It's like, wait, the what now, sir?
No, I'm good. Never mind.
You know what I'm here for. So injections. So I just put no next to injections. I was like, nah.
Injection, cool.
like you put your stick. So here we go. 2 drug mixtures known as Bimix and Trimix also induce erections by improving blood flow. See, so once it's injection time, guess what I'm doing is going to the gym. Just gonna live in the gym. Forget that.
No, I'm just not. I'm out the game. I'm out the game. That's it. It's not meant to be.
Baby, look. I got to love you in other ways. Okay,
it's not meant to be. Okay? I'm out.
Let me see. They are administered at home following initial in-office instruction from a doctor. However, patients have to inject them directly into the penis 5 to 20 minutes before intercourse.
It's not that serious.
And I mean, what if you do it wrong and you miss? Now you messed up. Because 30 minutes you can't fix it. It's like, baby, listen, I messed up. I did it again. Shot the wrong part. That's just
game over.
Yeah, man, that's a little wild. But the injections have been safely and effectively used to treat erectile dysfunction since the early 1980s.
Nope.
That first one wasn't great. I promise you.
The 1980s.
Yeah, that first injection. It's probably a dude now who was like, yeah, I use injections.
Man, it's not that serious, Jack.
However, unlike oral medications, they cause erections whether or not a man is aroused. So yeah, testosterone replacement therapy, because they say low low testosterone can be an issue to lead
Wait,
decreased sex drive. Go ahead.
so the
Back to injections.
pills,
Yeah.
you have to be aroused to for them to work. They just don't.
Let's see. So, however, unlike oral medications, they cause erections whether or not a man is aroused. So, I guess the thought is like when you take a Viagra. Again, I'm not experiencing this. We take one of those. I'm assuming that it's like because I'm just going out the commercials, right? When my man Papa, he be slow dancing with his queen on the patio. But
So
when he feeling ready, I guess it assists him to be
it
ready to
just
go.
okay.
I was
The
like the injection is
injection just
like
says,
it's like
"Hey, boop, it's time."
don't fall asleep. Do not
Yeah.
fall asleep. Take your shower right now. You know what I'm
What if?
saying? And that's
What happens if you think it's that
think it's go time.
time,
Yeah.
and then she's like, nope.
I don't want to get canceled. But I feel like you gotta have a real conversation. Like, man, look, listen.
Look,
I
we
done shot
cannot waste
myself.
this.
I've stabbed myself. You are participating tonight.
Oh man, these
You
are
know,
serious conversations here, man.
that's it, man.
Man.
Ma'am, do you know what I just did? Do you understand what I told you this was happening? And you are saying no. Mm-mm,
And she like,
mm-mm,
nah, I'm good today.
mm-mm, We gotta talk about
Man,
this. Listen, don't ever call me back. Give
that's
me my stuff.
crazy.
Yeah.
Mine ain't
Okay,
that serious.
so we talked about testosterone replacement therapy, implants, penile implants, which have been
What is that?
since the 1970s, were the first major treatment for erectile dysfunction. They remain an effective option for men who don't respond to other treatments. So though the implants require surgery, they have a 93% satisfaction rate. According to one study, likely because men can achieve and maintain an erection at will. So is it like a button on a machine? Okay, here we go. Penile implants often use inflatable cylinders inserted by urologists inside the penis.
What are
The
they
cylinders
like?
are attached to a water-filled pouch. That's a lot. That is typically implanted under the abdominal
So
wall.
what, you got like a compressor inside of you? And
Yeah. The user presses a small pump device implanted in the scrotum. Babe,
that
baby,
is.
press the button. And to fill the penis with fluid. A release valve on this same device returns the penis to a flaccid state.
I'm sorry, it's not that serious, Jack.
Somebody leaving that device on. You understand? They're like, nah, I ain't never going down again.
Nah,
Never.
I'm good.
That is wild. So they talked about questionable remedies. So
Let's just turn some sports on.
let's just actually talk. Tell me your
Yeah.
hopes and dreams, babe. Let me understand how you doing.
This is not working out.
But what if he accidentally hit the button in the wrong? He just out standing giving a speech and
Oh man, we're not
I'll be
supposed to be
back.
laughing through this. This is serious stuff
We
here,
literally
man.
cracking all the jokes. So what about they talked about questionable remedies? So there's these gas station pills, these rhino pills, and whatnot, them honey packs that you be seeing. It just said buyer beware because they are not approved by the FDA. So you don't know what's in these things. It could be sugar. It
Think
could
those
be
work?
I don't know. Guess what?
Would
I
you
don't need to try them.
would you buy stuff from a gas station?
Huh?
Would you buy stuff from a gas
I
station?
don't even buy chips from a gas station. You understand me? You think I ain't
Yeah,
buying
I hear
those?
you.
Man, nah,
Though
bro.
we talked about the best fried chicken we ever had.
Yeah.
Best fried chicken I ever had was out of a gas station.
Well, I will say this. There's again, my pops know where all the Popeyes are. On 57, there's a TA gas station, and we
Yeah,
stopped there every road trip. Popeyes
yeah.
is busting. So I
But this
will
ain't
say,
this wasn't Popeye. This was just a regular in
brag.
Charleston, Mississippi, and it's the
Well,
best
okay.
fried
Oh, so
chicken I ever
hold on. See,
had.
you should start it with that. So
Oh,
that
okay,
Mississippi is a different place.
okay,
Okay.
all right,
Okay.
all right.
Mississippi a little different. I got so
That
that
chicken,
I'm,
that chicken was fire.
I'm thinking you talking about like in Chicago. I'm like, now
No,
you
no,
won't
not
you
in
won't drive
Chicago.
in a
No,
you won't
I
go in
would
a
not.
driverless car, but you'll eat chicken out of a gas station. All right,
There's no gas station I'm buying chicken
priorities.
out of in Chicago. No.
Jeez. So it says federal investigations have found that all natural products promised by some of these brands often contain the active ingredients in medications like Viagra and Cialis, sometimes in unhealthy amounts. So it's like you might get that super pack, or you might have a heart attack. But
It
addressing the
really ain't
underlying,
worth that, man.
it ain't just to have a conversation, baby. Look, I got to tell you something, okay? We got to talk. And so, addressing underlying health and psychology. If men won't see a doctor for the sake of their penis, this is from the article, they should go do so for their heart. Heart disease is the most common cause of erectile dysfunction, which is often a warning sign of the condition. Uh, in one study, 15% of men with recurring erection issues experience a cardiovascular event like a heart attack or stroke within 7 years of the problem starting. Erectile dysfunction can also be an early indicator of other serious conditions like diabetes and hypertension. So it's like, we've been laughing about this, but it's like when that starts happening, that's a sign like, hey, maybe because the connotation is like you weak, blah, blah, blah. But it could be like, hey, man, this is a warning signal, a check engine light, if you will.
Absolutely.
Go talk. That's and to the point you made earlier is you might have to tell the doctor because it might be another issue at play that you are just like, you thinking it's oh, we're getting sex. No, you got to have a heart attack. You know what I mean? And once we get that straight, you're straight. So there's not a pill on the planet, this is from the article, that is stronger than diet and exercise. Mental health factors like anxiety, depression, stress, and relationship problems can also drive erection problems, and erection issues in turn can cause depression and anxiety in men, said Dr. Daniela Whitman, a sex therapist and professor at University of Michigan. Regardless of the cause, most men could benefit from learning how their mental and sexual well-being are connected. Because, you hear, this is like the common joke, right? Men are always ready to go. And that, right? It's like if a woman asks, he go. But truth is, not really, right? You probably more in you'll get ready fast, but sometimes, like you said, you stressed, stuff on your mind, you ain't thinking about it, just had a bad day, your stomach hurt, you know what I mean? But if she say, hey, let's rock and roll, you're just gonna try to push that out your mind because I don't know if it gets opportunity again, like if especially like a committed look, like just like, hey, all right, let's rock and roll because you might not do this next week. So I got to pick my spots. It's stomach hurt, figure it out.
Gotta go away.
But the truth is like, yeah, it's like I think fellas, we had to be honest too. Like if you're not in the mood, it's more of a sign of like it's something else going on. Right. And I think we have to be mindful of, I know for myself, just like pushing through like stress and trying to rest more. Like I'm really actively trying to rest more, like taking the day, not filling up my whole, when I got when my kids are with their mom, I got a couple days to take care of stuff, not just packing every day with something to do. One night, nothing, you know what I'm saying? Rest, relax, chill, right? And so that's definitely the plan. So fellas, listen, if your check engine light's coming on, all right, go to the doctor.
Go see the doctor.
And go see the doctor and ask.
That was a cool Mo D song.
And if you already know that something is going on, like I said, try to walk more, sleep more, changing that diet. Like, as my sister and my cousin said, we've eaten everything, right? Well, it's like it's nothing new to eat. You might as well try to eat healthy if you can.
Also, back to the doctor thing. You need to have a doctor that you can talk about anything with.
Yeah.
That
but again, I think
you don't feel uncomfortable with.
But I think it goes back to most people just don't go. Like a lot of guys don't go. I go because it's like, my on both my parents' side, people had like a lot of cancer and just stuff. So I'm just in the mind to go to make sure I'm cool, right? There ain't nothing happening, or if there is something, I am, I'm aware of it and I can kind of beat it.
But like, you should have a family doctor that you go see at least once a year.
Yeah, you should. And to the point you made, man, just and if you can't talk to your doctor, it might be time to find a new doctor. Yeah. Right. And that's also too, like, a lot of times they talk about having a Black physician if you're a Black person, because, they're like a lot of assumption about Black people and their pain tolerance. So people don't believe like Black women if they're saying something's going on. So like, I know people are looking for a lot of Black male and female doctors as well, so they can feel like I don't have to explain a lot of stuff. You kind of know some things to look out for me culturally, right? Just to make sure that I'm okay or not. So, so as we end Men's Mental Awareness Month, like you talked a lot about mental awareness and health in this particular article. But yeah, take care of yourselves, man. Truly, like that's a warning sign. That's a check engine light, and that's like, hey, even if it's like it's just you're not even feeling great in that area, it's checking out, thinking about your life. How much stress do you have in your life, right? Like, is work a lot, right? It's work and family and money. That stuff you're worrying about a lot. You might have to figure out a way to manage those situations. Maybe something got to go, or you have to rethink a situation. You know what I'm saying? To be like, I can't let this continually stress me, because guess what? You don't want that not working because something over here. Get rid of that. want this to work. You understand? Every man is shaking his head like, yes, understand. So that's our episode for today. Your job is your work is cut out for you, Sarah. Make sure you follow us on all socials, SUPA, DUPAPOD. Follow us on YouTube at HP53 Productions and online at HP53productions.com. Ez, did I miss anything?
No, you covered it all there, man.
Yeah, this was a very eventful episode. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. I hope my mother's not listening, but hey, mama, this is the Super Duper Podcast. Stay up.
From this campaign is a suicide that you know that bringing hope is how careers die. Or do the K stand for kamikaze? For Jay Silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Sure that lately I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this life, thinking I should be further and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. This said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you blessed? I woke up, feeling oh my God, feeling myself, know why? 'Cause I woke